Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys tonight? Hopefully everything will post, and let me make sure that I'm good on my iPad because it decided to go to sleep. Okay, I think I got that one. Thanks for the thumbs up already. I appreciate that. You guys are proactive with the thumbs up. Hi, Rita and Rose and Cheryl. John will be here shortly. We just finished eating dinner and he's cleaning up for me so that I could start my live. We got lost in the day today and lost track of time, I guess. How's everybody doing? I hope y'all are doing good. Hey, Sherry. We're going to do a fun card today. I hope you guys like it. I'm trying to wait and see what kind of video you guys have. I still can't see it. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Debs. I'm good. Hey, Clem. So Saturday is the next card fiesta. So if you live in the area and you want to make cards with me, hey, Joyce. I can't believe it's the 18th of May. Like literally half the year is almost gone and it was just Christmas. Hey, Roxanne. It's so crazy when I think about how fast time goes. It just goes so fast, right? Anyway, May 18th is my card fiesta, and I do it at El Azteca in Virginia Beach from 12:30 to 3:30. You just have to ask them when you go in, where's the card making people? But just let me know if you're coming. There is RSVP required because I want to have enough room for everyone. And yeah, I would love to have you. Hey, Haley, how are you? I hope you're doing good. I know it's crazy, right? Like, why is time going so fast? I'm going to move the camera slightly down so that you guys can see more of the screen. Hopefully that is going to be good and not crooked. I think I'm crooked. I'm good at that. I'm good at, like, toggling the camera to the crooked. Oh my goodness. I hope you guys are doing awesome. I hope you guys had fantastic Mother's Day. I posted information for my stamp camp on my website the last few days. I think, I don't even remember the exact date that I put it up there, but it wasn't that long ago. So if you have not signed up for the stamp camp in June, it's a virtual stamp camp, so anyone can go to it. It is so much fun. Hey, Monica. Last time we had such a great time. We have challenges in the group. We have 13 live presentations over 2 days. You guys get a make and take packet with 13 make and takes. And then the live presentations are alternate videos. And yeah, it's super awesome fun. And if you come once, you'll want to come every time because it is super awesome. Oh, good, Haley. I'm glad that you got them. I appreciate you purchasing my stamps and giving them love. I have to tell you, Haley, it was really hard to sell that Shark Frenzy. So if you ever decide to get rid of it, I need to buy it back from you. Oh my gosh, because it was so hard to get rid of it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it hurts my heart to put this in here, but I did it. I hope that you have much, much fun with that bundle. Okay, so Card Fiesta is Saturday. I would love to have you guys show up. If you are not part of the Inky Hands crew membership, it is super fun. Yay, Sherry, I'm so glad you're coming. The Inky Hands crew is $7.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. I do want to let you know that if you're going to cancel, don't throw away your receipts that you get on a monthly basis from the credit card company that processes them for me, because you want to have them in case you ever want to cancel, because you have to click on the link in them to access your account, and then you can pause or resume or stop altogether your membership. But anyway, it is $7.99 a month. You get 2 videos a week, additional videos besides the ones that are on my channel for free. It's just a really fun way for you guys to support me, and we have a great time together. We do color sketches, and we do regular sketches, and we have fun in our Facebook group. So yeah, I would love to have you join the Inky Hands membership. If you haven't joined, give it a chance for 1 month and see what you think. And speaking of joining, I would love to have you join my team. This month we have the most incredible special, and we only have 2 weeks left of this special. Can you believe that? Oh my gosh, how is that even possible? So like, we have 2 weeks left. You get all 5 in color ink pads, all 5 Stampin' Up markers, an assorted pack of in color paper, an assorted pack of the in color designer series paper for free, on top of the $125 that you get for $99, no shipping, and you get a paper pumpkin tossed into your kit. So it's basically like joining Costco, right? You pay for your membership fee, and then you can buy things at a discount. So I would love to have you as part of my community, part of my team, and I hope that you will join. So that's going on until the end of May. If you are even thinking about it, if you're even wondering about it, send me an email and I will be happy to talk to you more in detail about what it entails. And if you have fears about it, you can talk to me about that, and I will try and help you understand how it works. You're right, Kimberly. Although I do love me some Costco. I can't say I don't. Okay, so May, the tutorial bundle is out, and there are some freaking cute projects on here. Oh my gosh, so cute. So if you're interested, you have to spend $50 in my online store, and then you will get this tutorial bundle. It has 43 projects this month. So anybody that orders from me in May, including if you sign up for Stamp Camp, you will qualify for the tutorial bundle. Okay? Speaking of my Stamp Camp, I'm part of a design team for that Stamp Camp, and we do monthly PDF tutorials. So those are always available in my PDF store online. So you will go to shop, and under shop it'll say PDF tutorials and retired product store, and you can go in there. I have a Fun Fold, a anything but a card, and techniques right now up for the design team. And then I have my Easter project paper piecing, and my Halloween paper piecings are also available. And I don't know why I have this online exclusive, because you know that pretty soon we're going to have new online exclusives, I think July. But if you missed the coffee bundle when I did it, or the wagon, check it out because it's all on YouTube. Kit collection. We have May 1st, the Holly Hawk kit, which is a non-stamping kit. It is really beautiful and vibrant. Only $14. You get 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs. How awesome is this? It's pretty awesome, I think. And then we have the City Sites kit. This one is a stamping kit, and if you have any buddy that loves cities or exploring cities, this is a really beautiful stamp set in this kit, and it's $21. You get 8 cards, 2 designs. You see them right there, and you get 4 of each of those. All right, so that's it for that kit, and then I'll show you the April's real quick, and then we'll get started. So April's kit was these 2 right here, super adorable. I ordered this one, and they gave me this one at convention. So I just love kits and doing paper pumpkin because to me it's like a relaxing way to stamp. I want to make sure that I thought I had the newest paper pumpkin printed, but I don't know what happened to that. But there's a new paper pumpkin out, and I have not updated my website yet with it, but I will. It is in colors for the next month. So what did I do with that? I have no idea. I'll have to look later. I've lost it, I think. The new catalog is live, and there's some pretty great stuff in there. And if you haven't seen the new in color products, they are amazing. So have fun in the catalog. And if anybody has any questions about the catalog and what's going on in there and how it all works and how do I find what I need to find, just know that the catalog, of course, is always your first go-to, but there's products that are not in here that you will want to go online to look at, and you can click the online store by going to shop with me, and then my Stampin' Up store is there, and you can click on that and shop in there and see all the stuff that's available. All right, I guess that's it for announcements. I think that's plenty, right? Let's talk about what we're going to use today. So this is my card that I am making, and it is a sympathy card, and I'm using Country Flowers. So for my stamp camp, I am using the coordinating bundle to this one. It's a double bundle in a mega suite. You know how some of the suites have 2 bundles? So this one's the Country Wood Suite, and you have the bundle that has the bird and the birdhouse, which is what we're using for the stamp camp. And then you have the Country Flowers bundle, which has these little images in it. And this is the one I'm using this week. And then for the stamp camp, we're going to be using the birdhouse one. That Hollyhocks one is super pretty. Hey, Julie, thank you for joining us. How are you doing in Australia? I hope everything is going good for you. But yeah, this is a beautiful suite with 2 bundles. So this is the bundle here for the stamp camp, and then this is the bundle I'm using this week. For the stamp camp, you need to purchase this bundle, the embellishments, the embossing folder, the ribbon, and the papers. So I figured I would just show you what you can do with the other bundle as well, so that you will have some additional ideas, especially those of you going to stamp camp. All right, so that's it, and that's located on page 50 and 51 of your catalog. And so let me show you how this card opens. It's kind of a cool card. I'm actually gonna pull down slightly, I think, because I don't think you can see my... There we go. I think we're good now. All right. So this card opens. It's a Fun Fold card. And see, the middle has a little area where you can write your note. And I did the little stool. I used some of the Country Woods paper, and we're going to use that. And then I used just the die cuts by themselves for the front. Some of the gorgeous paper. There's actually texture to this paper. Let me see if I can show it to you. It's hard to see any kind of paper that's white, right? So hopefully you guys can see. It has kind of like the embossing folder look to this DSP paper. And then I did some sponging on there. I love the font. I think it's super pretty. Yes, Kimberly, kits are the best. Kits, for me, they're just a way when I just want to de-stress, right? I just pull a kit out off my shelf. I open it up. I don't have to think about the card. I just make the card the way that they tell me to do it. And it's like somebody else has prepared a class for me. And I love the kits. Hi, Milena. I missed you popping in. How are you? Thank you, Joyce, for alerting me that she was here. I missed that comment. Sometimes I miss because I look up and I think I know where I'm at in the chat, and then it scrolls by a little bit. But anyway, I'm going to teach you how to make this really cool Fun Fold card. So, do you guys ready to get started? I'm going to move this to the corner, And then I gotta grab all my bits and pieces. So I wanted to give you guys a tip. One of the things I do whenever I use Stampin' Blends, things are going good here. Yes, thank you, Julie. One of the things that I like to do when I'm going to use Stampin' Blends, now I didn't use them here, but I did use them on this portion here on the inside, is I just grab, you know how we have all these little 1/2-inch strips that we cut off, and then we're inundated with them? Yeah, so those little strips, I save them, and then when I'm using Stampin' Blends, I just do a little line, and then I write which one it is, and a little line as I add more colors to whatever I'm doing. And then I keep this little scrap with it so that if I want to recreate it, I know what colors I use, because sometimes when you blend them, you're like, what color did I use there? Like, you know, we have multiple grays, we have multiple greens, and this is a great way to keep up with the colors and just do like a little line of each of the colors with the name written underneath them. I'm so glad you're here, Maleda. I hope everything's going well, and I hope that you're able to come on Saturday to our class. All right, so let me explain. This card is a really fun card. So in order to make this card, you need a piece of 11-inch of a neutral by 3. So you could do it bigger if you wanted to. If you didn't want it to be this skinny and you wanted it to be a little wider, you could do like maybe 3.5. I chose 3. Thanks, Rose. Thanks, Roxanne. So you need a piece that, this one's 11 by 3 inches. And then you need 2 pieces. And I'm using our new basic beige. I really love this color. I'm really pleased with it. And I know it looks a lot lighter in the camera, and it's because I have a billion lights on in here so that you guys can see all the colors, but it tends to wash out super light colors, so it's a little darker than what you're seeing on your screen, just so that you know. But anyway, so you need 2 of these, and these are quarter sheets, so they're 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So you need 2 of those, and then an 11 by 3 inch center panel. Okay, we're gonna score this center panel, so I'm gonna grab my scoreboard. And we're going to lay the 11-inch length across the top, and we are going to score in 2 places. We're going to score at 2 inches, and then at 6.5 inches. Two and 6.5. I'm going to pull this open for you guys. So this bottom piece here is the score. So I'm gonna line, I'm gonna bring this, you know, you always do it with the raised edge up, right? So you're gonna push it this way, and you wanna make sure that you line up the sides, okay? So that the edges are held before you push your crease down, okay? And then this one is going to come this direction. And again, I'm going to line up my sides. And then I'm going to go ahead and push that in place. So we have these pieces right here. Okay. This piece right here is the part that I'm going to do the bottom section. And we're going to start with that. We're going to create our little scene at the bottom. Okay. So I'm using my Memento Tuxedo Black ink pad for all of my stamping, because I'm using Stampin' Blends, and Memento goes with Stampin' Blends. So I'm going to stamp the stool first, so I got to find it. So here we go. You know me, I like to put multiple stamps on one block, because when I'm creating and I'm trying to design with an entire set of products, I block every single stamp So it works out really good. Okay, so right here at the bottom edge, I'm gonna stamp my stool and try and get it even as best I can. So there's my little stool. Okay, I'm gonna clean that because I'm gonna be using the teapot that's on the other side, and I don't want to get my hands all inky. All right, so now we're gonna add the teapot. So I'm gonna ink that up. Make sure that my ink pad is nice and juicy. Sometimes if you tend to stamp in one part of the ink pad or the other, you'll get like thicker and darker on one side. You just have to re-ink. All right, so I'm gonna bring this down so I can see, and I know that you guys can see right here, so I'm gonna make sure I can see. Okay, and see how there's like an extra little line on the teapot? I'm trying to line that line up with this curve of my back bench. Okay, I'm going to try my best, and hopefully I can see good enough to do that. Okay, I want to line that up so that the teapot is on the bench, but it's not like floating up. Okay, and then that helps to mask that without having to mask the bench when you stamp the teapot. Okay, so we're just gonna we're gonna go the easy route. Okay, we're not gonna do any masking. It'll be fine once we color it. So we're gonna clean that. Then there's this cute little stamp that I used right here, see? And so we're going to stamp that on our teapot. And I'm gonna turn it so that it's like a little cross right there in the middle. So now we have our little teapot. I'm gonna clean that. And then I wanna put the greenery in there, okay? So it's this like wild greenery. And if you're wondering what this little line is right here, this stamp, that's just, I'll show you it on here. They put it right where it goes. So if you're gonna do the pail and you want to close it off because you're not putting flowers in it and you want to stamp it just like that, you want to close this. So they gave you a stamp to close that up. But the reason they leave it open is so that you can fill it with flowers and not have to mask it. Roxanne, I don't know why I didn't realize that you were in Oregon. Hi, Yvonne. How are you? Yeah, I love taking my kids on the go. In fact, I never leave on vacation or go anywhere literally like that I'm going to have any free time without a kit or an old paper pumpkin that I haven't put together, or, you know, something like that. All right, so what I wanted to share is, because I had that little line on there, I wanted to explain that. But, okay, so we're going to do this little greenery. So let's go ahead and get it inked up. And I love that all these pieces are separate so that you could build your scene any way you want. Hi, Janice. How are you guys? Oh, wow. That's awesome. Those are two states that I have not been to, but I would really love to go to Washington and to Oregon. I bet you it's beautiful in your lake home, Yvonne. All right, so what I want to do is these two leaves here at the bottom, I'm going to help put them right around my flower pot so that they look like the plant is growing out of that flower pot. So I want to use these little sides here and guide them around my plant, okay? So I'm going to try and hover it. I'm going to bring it down though so I can see a little better. I'm going to go slow so that you guys can see, okay? I'm trying to line up the greenery so that it matches with those flower pot sides, okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and press it down. And see how the pot comes up on the side here on both sides. It's really, really easily masked, so I think we're good there. All right. So now let's clean that off. All right. One more thing we need to stamp with our memento is the word sending love on this little strip. So this is a piece of 1/2 inch by 3 inches, no, 3.5 inches of Lost Lagoon, which is the same color that I am using for the leaves here. So I'm just going to bring it down where I can see, and I'm going to grab the stamp that says Sending Love, which is the one right here on here with this plant. And I'm going to try my best to stamp it in the center. I'm hoping that I'm not going out of camera. I don't think I am. But I need to be able to see what I'm doing, so I kind of have to peek. Okay. So there's my Sending Love. I'm just going to put that off to the side. We don't need that yet, but I will clean my stamp. All right, so let's color. So we're going to use Lost Lagoon, as my little swatch here says. Lost Lagoon Light SU 400, which happens to be in the deep medium pack, and Light Crumb Cake. So those are my colors. So I'm going to start with the teapot first. So I'm going to do the center of this. It's like a little decorative part of the teapot. So I'm just using the bullet tip, and I'm just going to lightly color in those little green pieces. And just know that these colors lighten as you use them. So let's do the teapot next. So I'm going to come down on this side. And I like to outline when I am coloring. To me, it's how I choose not to go outside of the lines. I don't know. It's just how I've always done it. Do any of you guys do outlining as well as you color? But I don't think I'm like the world's best at Stampin' Blends, but I do practice with them. So I try my hardest to be really good at it. Alright, so this bottom section of my teapot, I am trying to really get that nice and dark. So I went over it a few times. I'm going to do the spout and outline it. Alright, so now it's time to color. I did the handle because it was so narrow, so we'll do the spout next. And then I'm going to outline around these little leafy pieces to make my life easier so I don't mess them up, right? And I'm just going to fill in around. I tell you what, I go through a lot of crumb cake blends. I use crumb cake a lot. Roxanne, that's amazing! I'm so, oh my gosh, that's so exciting! Yay! That is awesome. I froze. Am I still frozen? Hopefully I'm not frozen, Joyce. It might be your internet, maybe? I don't think I'm frozen. All right, so now that I've colored in the whole thing, I'm going to do some shading, okay? So I went over that bottom line again. I'm going to go up the side of this pot right here, and I'm just going to add a little more darkness. Where this line is that the artist gave us, I'm going to go up that side there of the pot, of the spout of the teapot. And then I'm going to add a little more darkness like where the leaves are, because there probably would be shadow there from the leaf. But I've never gone to art school. I don't really have any artistic training. So I'm not really like the best colorer. But what I do like to do is I like to add a little bit of highlighting, and then I'm just going to go over it real lightly, real gentle, not really rubbing it in deep, and it'll lighten as it goes. And I'm just going to darken once more this bottom section, this spout, and this side here, and then underneath the leaves. All right, so we're done with our crumb cake. Okay, thank you, Rita. You're not pregnant? my gosh. Oh, she's prejudiced. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Here we're all, congratulations. And here, I thought I missed the whole, like, announcement. I tell you what, I don't know why people don't watch me, because we have the best time. I'm going to outline each leaf one at a time. And this is our light Lost Lagoon. Too funny. Don't you love autocorrect? It's like, it thinks it knows what you want to say. I have so many mistakes with it. Thank God that Apple let you edit. They let you edit when you text people now. Oh my gosh, I had no idea how old you were, so I was like, well, exciting news you're sharing with us. All right, so now I'm coloring each leaf one at a time, filling in the centers. I tell you what, I think I have the best people that watch me. I mean, we have the most fun of anybody. I think John fell asleep over there because he would have definitely said something about you saying you were pregnant. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, so we're working on, I have one more leaf after this one. And then I'm gonna do all the little line here in the middle, okay? So what I like to do is let it dry, move on to the next thing, and then I'm gonna highlight the leaves. So I'm gonna let it soak into the paper. We're gonna work on our bench. So I'm gonna start each of these sections also like I did the last, and I'm gonna go around my pieces and then fill in. So now I'll do this section here. Now I'm gonna do the legs. I really love this deep medium color. I think it's such a pretty color of brown. All right, so now we're gonna add some shading to my stool. So I'm gonna come along this line here, and then I'm gonna add on this side a little shading across my bench from my flower pot being on it. I'm just gonna leave a very light amount right there, okay? Then I'm gonna darken this side of the stool like that. And then I'm gonna come a little bit on this side over. And then I'm just gonna lightly cover, but it won't be dark because I didn't press. I pressed harder on these, okay? And then next I'm gonna do my legs. So I'm gonna come down. And this one's in the back, so I'm gonna add some shading to it. This one's also in the back. And then on this one I will do this side. And then this one I will do this side. And that's how I shaded my bench. It'll dry a little cuter than it looks right now. So let's go back to the leaves. I'm gonna do part of the leaves dark and part of them light, just to give them some variation of color. And I just randomly pick one side of each of these leaves to color over. So it doesn't matter which one you choose, just pick one. It's deep medium, Kimberly. It's the second pack. I have all of the natural blends. I got them a little bit at a time, but they are awesome. They have so many different ranges of colors. I just like them a lot. Hi, Donna. Thanks for joining us. So happy you're here. I know. When I went to convention, we were able to choose a stamp set for something called After Hours. And we had this late night stamping session, which was really, really a lot of fun. And I saw this stamp set and it didn't even call to me at all. Well, I sat with one of my good friends that I had never met before, but we had met online, and she was a demonstrator, and so we spent the day together one of the days of convention. The rest of the time she spent with her upline. So we spent one day together, and we did the night that we had After Hours. And when we went to After Hours, she had picked this set. And so she was sitting next to me, and she stamped with this set, and I fell in love with that set when she started stamping with it. I don't think it looks as good as it does when you add all the color to it and when you build it up. I just think it's a great stamp set. Okay, so now I have finished coloring my cute little bench and the flower pot and the greenery. I think it turned out super cute. So now this middle section, if you can see here, I have done a little bit of, I don't know, line art. I don't know what you want to call it. But I just took my black Stampin' Up marker and squiggled some lines. So I just put that behind to make sure, or, you know, that I didn't touch that part, or made sure that I didn't. And I'm just going to scroll like that. And then all I did was come back over it, and I missed a part, didn't press hard enough. There's that one. So you can do this part or eliminate it if you don't trust yourself to do it, or you can practice on another piece of paper if you like it, and, you know, get a little better at it. But basically, I have no rhyme or reason. I just kind of wind them around. I think I must have used my old marker on this one because those lines are thinner, and this is the newer one. But it doesn't matter as long as you have the lines on there. So there's that little section, just to kind of decorate it and make it a little cuter where you're going to write your message. Me too, Joyce. I love that. Okay. So that now we have this done. So we're going to attach it onto our two pieces of 2/4 inch, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch pieces of basic beige. So I'm gonna push this together like one unit, and I'm gonna bring in my silicone mat because you guys know I'm like literally a hot mess. And so so I'm gonna add my glue to the back. Thanks, Debbie. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. You guys are so sweet to me. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my adhesive on the back of the one. Obviously, you can see the outline of the Stampin' Blends. And then I'm just going to hold it, and I'm going to flip it over. And this is going to be centered on this piece. So I'm going to try and guide the sides and the top, but you know, life's never perfect, so you might have to adjust it, which is why I'm using this glue, because the wiggle room is incredible. I'm gonna move it over slightly, over, a little bit more over. Okay. Yes, I'm very happy with that. Okay. So this is probably the hardest part, is just lining it up. But you will, if you use the wet glue, it will help, okay? So now we have that. So now I'm gonna put glue on this panel, just the short panel, okay? And I'm gonna try and be really careful not to make a mess because I put a lot of glue. Hey Mom, how are you doing? Sherry, how's Mom doing? Is she tired from traveling too? All right, so now that I have that, I'm just gonna start at the bottom so that it'll push that down into place as I push the cardstock. So I'm lining up my corners of my cardstock, down, 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 and just make sure that my edges are even, okay? And then I'm gonna push down. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Donna. That breaks my heart for you. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for your loss. So that's how you attach that layer on top. So what you do now is when you pull up, that's what you get. Or you can turn it this way like I did with mine. All right, so now we're gonna decorate this part. But before we do that, let me see if I can get you guys to see this texture on here. That is so sad. Woo, Sherry, that's a lot, girl. This is such, yeah, I think you guys can see it now. It's such a pretty paper. And I love that it's kind of distressed. So I love that about it. So this is the one I'm using. This is what's on the back side. And it's from the Country Lace package. So I'm going to use some Lost Lagoon, since that's what I used for the leaves. And we're going to ink up with Heartfelt Sympathy. Hey Donna, if you find me on Facebook, do you have a Facebook? If you do, and you find me on Facebook, send me a private message with your address. I would love to send you a card. I'm so, so sorry. All right, so I'm gonna put this in the right-hand bottom corner with Heartfelt Sympathy. Yeah, that's so hard. I know, when my friend passed away from cancer also, not that long ago, it just breaks your heart. And then, like, all her customers are sad too. I know that. So I wanted to stamp first, and then I'm going to use a blending brush, a small blending brush, and some Petal Pink ink. So I'm gonna grab some of that and then lightly just start putting it around where that little plant is gonna be on the outside. And just adding a little bit of a glow for that, like that, right there. That makes me sad. Yes, cancer's the worst. All right, I'm gonna show you guys the stamp set again. I mean the die set again. So we're gonna add this to the top, okay? And then I'm gonna show you the die set. That makes me sad. So sorry, Donna. All right, so here is the front, and it's just going to wait for what we're going to put on there. I'm going to show you, oh, let's put the sending love in there as well. So I'm going to open up my piece. We'll glue this down, and then we'll just work on the front to finish it up. So we're going to take the strip right here, and we're going to open it completely up, and then this is going to get laid across right above the greenery on the plant, and you just want even on both sides sticking out. And then you're going to add the sending love right there, and then you can write what you want to say in this little decorative area. Okay. All right, so let me show you the die set. So it cuts out, this cuts out the pail, this cuts out the teapot, this is the bench, and then you have these three. One's the greenery, one's the skinny set of florals, and one's the more full set of florals. And then it comes with this smaller little basin, and it comes with a teapot lid. So you can die cut a teapot and then give it a lid if you don't want to put any flowers inside of it. Okay, and then it has, this is what's really fun about this set. I'm going to pull this out so you guys can see. Okay, so it has this sprig right here, and I die cut that in Lost Lagoon. Okay, and see how it's all one piece. And then we have two other sections. All right, and they have 4 little leaves in each one, and they're identical. They're the same size, but they're individual. When you stamp them, it gives you, I think I'm missing some of these pieces. I have lost some of them. I might have to die cut. Okay, and then I cut out 2 of these. We have 2 of these little flowers so that are separate, and then you have one that cuts a bunch, and then one that has 3. So I used this, and I got white, basic white, and I should have more leaves. They're like, who knows, on my craft room floor. Who knows where they are, just tossed in the wind. But that's okay, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get all of the ones. And then for the stool here, yeah, because I don't even see the crock. I don't even know where that is either. So I have lost some pieces. Somewhere, who knows where they are. I'm good at losing pieces. All right, let's see. They might be, well, I have a little scrap here. I can cut some more of those. I definitely need those, but I'm gonna need the little crock, and I just saw it, literally just saw it. Who knows where it is? It has disappeared, but I just saw it when I took everything apart. Oh, here it is on the floor, and my leaves are on the floor. Okay, I found them. I must have not realized that they flew away. Okay, so when you do these pieces here, okay, now that I have everything in place, you get 1 double set, okay, and then you get 2 single leaves. So I die cut this 1 time through in Pretty Peacock, and then this one time through in Lost Lagoon, and then the little brown basin here, pot, is this die right here. So I did that in Pecan Pie. And then what I did here was I stamped it on a piece of Country Woods DSP. I'm trying to grab that DSP for you guys. It's this wood grain one. And I used this one right here, this wood grain paper. And I just cut a little corner, and then I stamped 2 of them, and then I just cut it out, and then I die cut them out with this die right here. Okay. So this paper is awesome too. Both papers are amazing. You're gonna love both of them. Okay, so now that I have everything in place that I'm supposed to have, and I haven't lost any pieces, I tell you what, I'm something else with that. So we're going to add some dimensionals to this piece, but we're going to glue it together first. So we're going to use this silicone mat. I'm going to move all of this stuff over, okay? We're going to start adding some wet glue to this stuff. I'm going to bring it down a little closer to me so I can... So I'm going to do a line. Actually, let me stamp on that real quick because I didn't do it. I want to do the tuxedo black. And I want to add, instead of like a cross, this time I'm going to do it this way. Right there in the middle. Okay. Now I think I'm done with the stamping part. I just need some ink blending in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to flip it over. And we're going to just put a line at the bottom. Like that. Oh, I'm so sorry. All right, so there is our little pot, and so we want to glue that down onto our wood bench, okay? So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this and try and figure out how I want to place it onto my piece, okay? And I'm not actually going to glue it. I'm just going to lay it there because I'm going to glue all the little dark leaves in first, and then we'll glue it down, okay? So all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to play and tuck some pieces in, okay? So I'm going to take this right here and I'm going to tuck it into that little hole. See that little hole right there? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add just a little bit of glue just to the stem at the bottom there. I'm going to bring you guys down because I think you need to see what I'm doing. Okay, woo, I moved it a little crooked. Okay, we're good now. So in this little hole right here, I want to slide this in there like that. Okay, so that attaches that little leaf there. And I want another dark green leaf kind of tucking out. So I'm going to put, again, just on the stem, a tiny bit of glue. And I'm going to hold it up because it's easier. And I'm just going to hide the stem underneath. And then I'm going to bring this up and kind of lean it on that other leaf. Okay. So there's that little section. Now let's do another little quadrant. In this hole here, I can hide this other little 2-piece thing. So I'm going to add some glue to it. Rose, guess what? If you use all the DSP paper up, Stampin' Up has more. And you can buy it. And then you can use that one up, and then they still will have more, I promise. Don't be afraid to use your paper. It is so beautiful. But if you don't use it, then what's the point of even buying it? You got to use it. Use it and then buy more. It's the best part of having the paper. Okay, so now I'm going to do 2 little loose ones. I'm going to put another dark green one there. And then I'm going to put 2 at the top because we need a little greenery at the top. So I'm going to, oops, I flipped that the wrong way, but that's okay. There's still enough glue on there. I'm going to kind of put it in this little area here. See, it kind of needed a little green there. And then now I'm going to put glue on these 2 that are left. And I'm going to just get them to stick behind some other leaf or something. We'll see. Let's see. Let's see if we can put this one here. And maybe over here. I think if I do that, I'm gonna move it to the front. Okay, so I'm gonna smush that there, and then I'm gonna move this one forward. Like that. So cute. Now, let's attach these flowers. But before we do that, I'm gonna take what's left on my blending brush, and I'm gonna add just a little bit of Petal Pink ink on those flowers. All right, so I'm gonna tuck this one under here like this, because that would be cute, right? So let's put a little bit of ink on these two petals. We're gonna tuck those underneath here, okay? And now it's stuck. Let's put one of the smaller ones. Ooh, that's too much glue. Let me get the other one to help me out. So we'll do two at the same time. We'll put one there and one down here. And then the last one is so big, so we'll tuck it behind also. So we're gonna just add a little, and this little side here kind of looks unbalanced, so we'll stick it, whoops. Come on, little thing, listen to me. We're gonna put it right in this corner, and I'm just gonna make sure that sticks up. There we go. So there's our flowers. Now we can attach it onto our crock, and you just want to make sure that you place it where you're happy. This one should be in the front. Why are you not there? Okay, there we go. So let's see how we do this. How about like that? I might have to move this one because it's sticking out and it's covering my piece. So I'm going to leave that. And I think I am, oops, I'm still going to stick it in. I'm just going to do it right after I place this in place, so I can make sure that there's room for it. I don't know why. I guess it's just going to cover part of it. So we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of glue. We're going to add it to the bottom of these leaves. And then we'll just stick it onto the pot like that. All right, so now we're going to flip this over. And dimensionals to the rescue. All right, let's get some out. Let's use the big ones first, fill in, and then we'll go to the little ones. Could have put a big one there because they're covered. Let's see, put one here, one here. I think it's time for the minis. I love that we have two sizes of dimensionals. It makes my life so happy. All right. I feel like I need like one more for good measure. All right. Let's put these out of the way. Let's get my take your pick tool. Hi, Tan. How are you? I hope you're doing good. All right. I'm bringing you guys back up a little because I want to make sure that you can see everything. All right. I'm going to pull out all these dimensionals off of my back. Oops, I got saturated there. Didn't want to pick up that last one. All right, let's do the ones up here. I'm going to hold on tight. I want to make sure I don't rip them because it's very possible. I've done it before. You have to hold on right where you're pulling. All right, so that one's done. And now we're going to attach our entire piece. It's easier if you attach it as a whole. And then we're going to center that on our card. And voila! I kind of don't like this leaf here, so I'm going to move it if I can, if it's not stuck too good. It's not. Okay, so let's see if I get my little eraser to fix that problem for me. It will. Just have to be gentle so I don't tear. Okay. And I'm going to stick it back here because I don't like it up there. All right, we're good. It was going to bother me if I had left it there, so I just have to let that dry real good, and then I can erase some more adhesive. Okay, so there is the one on the front, and then let's open our card, and then there's our inside. Isn't this a fun card? To have that little inner section. Oh, thank you so much, Tian. I got it for Valentine's Day from John. I think it's so pretty, and I love how it looks with my watch. So yeah, that's my, yeah. That's my, thank you, I appreciate the compliment. So there is that. Let's put my dies back away. This die set has so many dies in it. It cuts everything out. It gives you all those little extra leaves, those extra flowers, which I think are really fun. You have the lid for the teapot. You have the extra little crock. So this one's really a fun little bundle. And I will have another card for you on Thursday at 1. And if you are not part of my Inky Hands crew, if you join by Thursday, you will get this week's 2 video tutorials. So then you'll have 4 ideas with this Country Flowers bundle. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Tian. I think so too. Does anybody have any questions before I let you guys go? I have had so much fun with you tonight, and I hope that you guys have had a great time with me. Thank you, Tian. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, guys, if you didn't. I just made us crooked. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at that. Thank you, Rita. Ugh, the worst. All right, let me see. I think that's better. Oh, sorry to make you dizzy right at the end. If you guys missed last week's videos, what stamp set did I use? I can't even remember. My brain is tired. I used Hugs. So if you missed that, I will link Thursday's video, the live stream premiere, to this one so that you guys can watch it on the replay. Thank you, John. You're welcome, Roxanne. Thank you for the laughs. I had the best time with you guys tonight. We had so much fun, and I'm so sorry for your loss, Donna. And if you can figure out how to find me on Facebook, all you have to do is go to the magnifying glass and type in Inky Hands Warm Hearts, Donna, and then it will bring up my page. And on my page, there's an option to send me a message. And then you can send me a message there. But I'm so sorry that you lost your demonstrator. Thank you, Tian. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Joyce. You liked it tilted, Rose? Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. And you guys have a fantastic rest of your night. And I will see you on Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern for my next video. Thanks for being here. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!